Well, hi there, Internet. Welcome back to my Game of Thrones Season 8 review series. This is Episode 4, The Last of the Starks. Now, sorry this video is late, but in my credit, I have never claimed that I don't suck. As always, this review will be mad spoilers. You've been warned. Let's move on. So this episode opens with the survivors of the Battle of Winterfell burning the dead. And there are some really touching moments between Dany and the body of Jorah, and Sansa and the body of Theon. And Sophie Turner kills it in the scene, adorning Theon's body with a Stark pin. Really touching stuff. I really enjoyed the party scene, but it's a lot of fun, but then you get these very sort of subtle, kind of pregnant looks between different characters that are really saying a lot. And Dany naming Gendry a lord was a wonderful moment, but it did really feel kind of hollow because it really felt like she was just doing it to curry favor and loyalty with the Northerners. And Brienne turning down Tormund and his very brief heartbreak was absolutely hilarious. And I loved Gendry proposing to Arya. It was a very cute scene. She dealt with it really well. But geez, Game of Thrones, you guys gotta pull back on the dialogue callbacks. I understand the narrative purpose of them, but you guys have been doing it so much lately. Like, I knew she was gonna say, "That's not me." I shouldn't know the dialogue before you give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Then Dany confronts Jon with a plan that he never speak of his true lineage. And it's just becoming more and more clear that she doesn't really care about anything other than getting the Iron Throne. And when he balks at this idea, she kind of goes into a full-blown panic attack, and then she gets stone cold and basically orders him to keep his mouth shut. And then when Jon gathers his sisters and his brother in the Godswood, I really wanted to see Robot Bran tell Sansa and Arya the truth. I understand why they didn't include it because we've all seen it, but I would have liked to have seen it. Also, maybe don't trust Sansa with your secrets. Just saying. One of my favorite scenes in the entire episode was the tete-a-tete between Jaime and Tyrion and Bronn. It was nice to see Bronn again. He hasn't been in this season nearly enough. I love him. But it was a funny scene, a simple scene, but it also really showed that, like, if Bronn does decide to kill these two guys, there's not much these dudes can do about it. And we get some farewells between Jon and Tormund, and Jon and Sam and Gilly. Tormund is taking the free folk back to the true north, and I got choked up in these scenes. It felt like Jon was saying goodbye to them, but it was also a farewell for us, the audience. Like, I don't think we're gonna see those characters anymore. Jon also tells Tormund to take Ghost with him, because Ghost deserves to live in the north, and that made me sad. And then Ghost gives like a little whimper, and Jon's all like,
"Piss off, Ghost!"
and doesn't even go and give him a pat on the head. Give him a pat on the head, you jerk. Daenerys takes the sky above her fleet on the ocean, and right away, Rhaegal is taken down by 3 bolts from a scorpion from Euron's armada that we didn't know was there. I took a little bit of issue with this. Yeah, I know they were sort of in that cove, but it really did feel like they came out of nowhere, and it's like, Dany, you've got a couple dragons. Fly up high, do some recon. What are you thinking? Now, Dany and Drogon escape unscathed, but then Euron turns the scorpions on her ships and takes down a whole bunch of them. Tyrion drags himself onto the beach, amongst many others, including Varys, who's choking on seawater. So I think we can say Varys not being a merman, confirmed. We also learned that Euron has captured Missandei, and then Dany's holding a war council, where she's basically saying that taking the Iron Throne is her destiny, and she'll do whatever it takes to get there. Varys cautions her against being crazy, but she's pretty ruthless at that point and doesn't really listen. Later, Varys and Tyrion have a conference, and Varys talks about, like a lot of tyrants always talk about, how it's their destiny, and he doesn't believe in Daenerys anymore. He also kind of hints that if she keeps making crazy decisions, he will kill her, either himself or by proxy. Back at Winterfell, Jaime learns of Rhaegal's death and Missandei's capture, and decides to ride for King's Landing. Brienne begs him not to go, telling him he's a good man, he's not his sister, and he basically tells Brienne of all the horrible things that he's done, and rides away, leaving her sobbing. And listen, Gwendolyn Christie was amazing. She killed it 2 episodes ago when she was knighted. This is the best thing she's ever done on the show. Bravo. Finally, Dany, Tyrion, Grey Worm, and a bunch of the Unsullied confront Cersei at the gates of King's Landing, demanding her surrender. Tyrion speaks very quietly, oddly, because she's on a wall like 30 feet above him, but whatever. He tries to appeal to her as a mother. No dice. And Cersei tells Missandei, if you have any last words, this is the time. Missandei shouts, Dracarys, and the mountain beheads her in front of everybody. And Jacob Anderson as Grey Worm, his reaction was so good. And it made me sad, because I love Missandei. Dany did not look pleased, and walks off camera for the end of the episode with a very angry look on her face, and I'm calling it now. I think she's gonna go full Mad Queen. I'm confident in that. And I am also calling that in the next episode, we're going to hear her actually say, burn them all. I really dug The Last of the Starks. It was a great episode. And as we all know, the second to final episode in any given season is usually the big one. So I think next week is going to be absolutely insane. So those were my thoughts on The Last of the Starks. Now I want to know, what did you guys think of the episode? What is your favorite episode so far this season? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, Game of Thrones, all that good stuff. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Valar Morghulis.